Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lauren and this channel is all about remote work, location independence and helping you travel the world as much as you want, whenever you want. In today's video, we are going to be talking about the 5 things you need to do to land your first freelance client. So if this is something that you're really struggling with at the moment, you're struggling to get that first hell yes from someone, stay tuned because this video is going to help you get there. So step number 1 or tip number 1 is that you need to have a clear defined niche. You need to know exactly who it is you are trying to help and why you are trying to help them. So in my course Road to Remote, our second module is devoted all to finding your niche, because that is how important it is. Whether you are a freelance writer, a freelance graphic designer, a freelance accountant, whatever it is that you're trying to do with your freelancing business, you need to know who your niche is. And your niche can either be a group of people that you help, or it can be a problem that you solve. So for example, I am a freelance writer for the health and wellness industry, and I specialize in helping CBD brands with their content marketing. So as you can see from that example, I am not trying to be a freelance writer for everyone. I am a freelance writer for a very particular group of people, and you want to apply those same principles to whatever you are doing in your business. A really great visual way that I love to think about this is that think about the whole world. So the whole world is the market, right? And no matter what your business is, you can't sell your business to the whole world. You can't sell your products to the whole world. Why? Because not everyone cares about your business, not everyone has the same problems, so not everyone is going to see a need to invest in your business. So that's why you need to funnel your approach down until you have a very particular group of people that you are trying to help. So step number 2 to land your first client is that you need to have a professional website, people. This is so incredibly important. Think about any business nowadays. I think we all can agree that we automatically assume that every business has a website that we can go check out and see what they're all about. So if you are trying to become a successful freelancer, why should you be any different? So if there's one thing that I think you should 100% invest in at the start of your freelancing journey, it's a professional website. And there are 3 things that you need to have with it. You need to have a professional domain, so not like a lauren.squarespace.com name. I'm talking about a proper domain like lauren.com. You need one of those. They're not that expensive. If you're South African, you can get them from AfriHost for only 200 Rand. And I think international people can buy from GoDaddy or Big Daddy. Not too sure what that's called. But anyway, and then you need a professional theme. So if you're just starting out, I would recommend Squarespace because the learning curve is really low compared to WordPress. And as a freelancer, you don't need a super hectic custom build. You only really need 5 pages for your website. That is your homepage, your about page, your services page, your contact me page, and your portfolio. You don't need any other pages beyond that really, so you don't have to have a super hectic custom build. They have dozens of beautiful professionally designed templates for you to choose from, and your Squarespace subscription, I'm not too sure what it is in dollars. I will add it over here in editing, but for South Africans it's about 300 Rand for a basic plan. And then lastly, Squarespace can also help you get a professional domain email. So once again, this would be something like lauren@wanderlustmovement.com, not like lauren@gmail.com, because that's just going to make you stand out and look more professional, and it's going to look like you are taking your business more seriously. It's really not that expensive. I think I pay $6 or $7 per month with Google Business to be able to have my custom email domain thingamabob. And there are 2 things that you want on your professional website to make sure that you are going to convert those visitors into paying customers. And that is, you want to clearly have your niche, which we spoke about in step 1, on your homepage above the fold, so that when people land on your website, they know immediately that they are in the right place and that you are an expert for their niche who can help them solve their problems. And then lastly, you just want to have a little portfolio section. So if you are new and you haven't worked with anyone yet, what I would recommend you do is that you create niche specific examples and host them on your website. So I did something similar recently when I had to pivot into the health and wellness industry because of Miss Rona. I didn't have any recent health and wellness content. So what I did is that I chose 2 topics to write about, and then I hosted that on my website, and I've used those blogs to demonstrate my expertise and how I write in my pitches in order to land clients. And speaking of pitching, that brings us to our third point, which is you need to learn how to pitch. This is such an incredibly important skill to have as a freelancer, as a business owner, because it's going to help you convert those leads into paying customers. And when I speak about pitching, I'm also referring to when you reply to jobs on job board sites or sites like Upwork. Because essentially when you are writing those cover letters, you are pitching yourself, you are selling yourself to that person so that they will reply or that they will hire you. So you need to make sure that you are pitching and writing those cover letters effectively, and that you are really demonstrating that you are an expert and the best person for the job. Oh, and if you're sitting there thinking, but oh my God, Lauren, how the do I find people to email? Where do these leads come from? This once again ties back into point number 1, which is niching. When you've niched down and you know exactly who you are trying to help, it's going to make it much easier for you to come up with a list of companies that you can potentially approach and pitch your services to. And if you want to learn more about my pitching tips, make sure that you watch this video over here. Okay, so step number 4, spirit fingers. My hands are huge. Oh my God. Has to do with your offer. If you want to land your first freelance client, you need to have an offer. But the key here, the important part that you need to make sure is there, you know, that secret sauce, is that you need to make sure that your offer or your packages solve a problem. And you need to make sure that that is a problem that your target audience wants to solve. Because it's going to be really hard for you to try to sell something to someone if they don't think it's a problem. So that's why it's really important that you also do market research before you start trying to find clients, so that you can make sure that you are offering the market something that they think is valuable. Okay, so step number 5 is all about bringing everything all together. It's bringing it all full circle. So once you have defined your niche, you have a beautiful and professional website, you've learned how to pitch, and you've created an offer that solves a problem, it's time to bring that all together, and that has to do with your business processes. And by this, I mean your contracts, your invoices, your onboarding and your offboarding processes, as well as your client introduction pack, and also just really setting expectations. You want to set expectations with your potential clients about what you need from them, as well as what they can expect from you. And the reason that I'm talking about this in a video about how to land your first freelancing client is because it is an important element of the final stage of closing a deal. So let me just take you on a quick journey here. Imagine that you have cold emailed a potential client. They've replied, they said, yes, hell yes, I'm keen to work with you, tell me more. This is when you're going to send over your client introduction pack. And your client introduction pack is basically a little document that explains more about you and your business, and it basically tells the client what they can expect from you, shows them an example journey of what they can expect, an example transformation, and it lays out the different packages or services available. And you send that off to the client, and if they're super keen, then they'll choose a package or a service that they want from you. And once they've given you that go ahead, then you need to start your onboarding process. And your onboarding process has to do with your contracts and your invoicing, and also just setting those expectations and those policies with the client. So for example, an expectation could be like, you might need their passwords, their brand style guide, or anything like that in order for you to be able to complete the work. And it's also about informing your potential clients about your policies. So you might have a no refund policy, or you might have a refund policy, or you might have a late payment policy, whereas if they don't pay by X date, you will then charge like a 15% penalty fee. Policies also might include something like a contract initiation fee, where the client might have to pay 20% to 50% of your fee up front before you start work. So that is why it is an important step of landing your first client that you have all these things in place so that you know what to expect and your client knows what to expect from you, so that you don't have any nasty surprises along the way. And also it just makes you look more professional because the client is going to know exactly what to expect from you. They're going to know what journey they're going to go on with you. They're going to know exactly how much things are going to cost when they have to pay you, all that jazz. It's going to make them happy, it's going to make you happy, and then that is just going to complete your entire journey of attracting a client, finding a client, and then converting them into a customer. I don't know what this was, but we're just going to go with it. Okay guys, so I hope you can see from this video that there is a whole lot more that goes into finding your first client and landing it than just going onto Upwork and replying to a job ad. And if this is something that you would love to learn more about and kind of reduce your research time, you know, you could do what I did and take 4 years to figure out all this shit, or you can enroll in my course Road to Remote, and in 6 weeks you're gonna have a location independent business. In module 1 we get into your mindset to make sure that you are no longer sabotaging yourself from taking action and letting those limiting beliefs fuck up your life. And in module 2 we are going to be looking at your niche. I'm gonna help you get super clear on your niche. And then in module 3 we're gonna head into market research, where you are gonna be speaking to your potential clients. How exciting is that? And you're gonna find out exactly what their problems are, so that in module 4 you can create services and packages that they actually want, and I'm going to show you how you can package that so that you can upsell at the same time. And in module 5 I'm going to teach you all about pitching so that you can write bomb-ass pitches for those job board ads as well as for cold emailing. And then in module 6 we once again tie it all together with your business tools and processes, and that is going to look at your onboarding process, your client introduction packs, your offboarding process, how to upsell to clients when a contract is coming to an end, as well as all the tools and tricks you need to create a successful and sustainable location independent business. So if that sounds like something that you would love to be a part of, enrollment closes on the 1st of July. The link is in the description below. Go check it out, and if you feel called to enroll, I would love to have you as part of our group. We have such an amazing group of women already, and I'm so excited to get to know everyone a little bit better and hear all about their businesses on the 1st of July. And subscribe, turn on those bell notifications, because in next week's video I'm going to be talking about all things PayPal. So if you are curious about that and you are South African, I'm going to break it down so that you know exactly what you need to do to be able to accept payments from PayPal and get that money into your South African bank accounts. Anyways guys, if you want to learn more about freelancing, remote work and location independence, make sure that you check out these 2 videos right over here. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. I hope that you have an incredible day and that you have found this video useful. If you have any questions, comments, leave them down below, or you can slide into my DMs on Instagram. My handle is linked down below. Anyways guys, thank you again for watching, and I will check you in the next one. Cheers!